Introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a
But I'm
moment
giving you
ago.
Denzel Ward, too.
Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. All fighting off the defender, and he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
I'm lying. Right, we got Harrison Smith and Jamal Adams. I ain't even see me shit about no not passing.
Quit talking about it and bring it. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Look, squeeze.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
Bro, block the
big loss here as he's taken down. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. To try again after the sack. Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when an ex-defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. To throw, Mayfield. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. They get 13, but it's not nearly enough. And it'll be fourth down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn into big plays.
And the unnecessary
those punt returns can yield some unnecessary roughness penalty.
Now, I know a lot of guys, when they run a long way to execute a block or make a hit, they're going to launch it no matter what, and it can often cost them.
I should just call prevent now. What did you say?
Check, watch 54, watch 54. 54, right there, 54, Mike. Hey, one set. Check Mike 54, Mike 54. Watch the screen. Alert. Check 50. Alert. 24.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he's going to keep it here.
Let me see what it is, bro. Why it's like... I don't understand what this niggas doing, bro. Like, this shit, brother, piss me off.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
I'm not doing nothing. I ain't even, bro, you say I ain't even no tackle him.
Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18. Out of the gun, Watson. Flush to his right. And that's Elliott, complete. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody cut. Oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. They'll try again with Elliott. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal. A shotgun snap for Watson. He'll buy some time right. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
The kick by Elliott is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line,
they wanted to get something out of that drive, and
they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Hot dog, no
this will be taken in at the 1.
What's up?
And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
That nigga don't even be knowing. Just talking. Lazy,
the Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Oh, God.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete. And he's upended after a gain of 4.
I ain't even mean to know how to do that.
25-yard line. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Jam. 49, check 49. Rock it.
Yeah, right. All them niggas 94 speed right there.
Hey! Ready?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
Yeah, me too.
Eric Armstead able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. An update from Denver. An early lead in that game for the Falcons. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. On 2nd down, Elliott. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Watson. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that'll be incomplete. Now, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Yeah, that play was pretty well doomed right from the start. The pressure was really affecting him. Collapsed everything in the
crazy.
pocket.
He break that tackle, man.
Tried to get it downfield. Incomplete.
And this kick will be touched down as a 45-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
No, you got
They've
that.
had it twice. They punted twice. Not the
You got
start
that blitzy base shit. That was good.
Let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
I pull up in there, it look like Batman.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
I think I'm James Brown whenever I find that.
Go now. 8, read. Check. Walk the
He said he gonna stick on me. I just put the stick and I'm gonna play and prove.
On second down, Anderson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
Damn,
so
man.
From second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they
sound like that, right?
Don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off
like
balance
that
and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Go. Get it.
Third and short yardage. Mayfield. Being chased out left. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Baker Mayfield
when they watch
slow,
film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play.
That shit crazy. I ain't even know he gonna get that done slow.
First down, but what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. They played that pretty good, so I ain't even know I was gonna get that open. I didn't even know I was gonna get that little time right there. All right, that's all I needed.
Offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a first carry for their fullback. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
I caught a timeout trying to
The
fucking hurry
Texans
up.
will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. Here's Anderson. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Keep in mind they can still get a first down here as they come up on 2nd and inches. Now a run with Anderson. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Anderson with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. It's a very short kick taken by an up man. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's see what my boy stats looking like.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54. Too little. Switch. Hey, 31. Top down. Go.
They'll start the drive with Elliott. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
He don't know no better. Kill. You got to get moving, man. Man moving. You got to get that. Alert.
Watson off play action. Going up top. A pass for Sutton is
Let me see what's on. I know it's on me.
Derwin James
Thank
with a
you.
pick. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Look at me. Zip snap.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Escaping the pressure right. He'll run it. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a
ain't
possible
gonna lie, them
negative
bites.
and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Set the tone, defense. Now. 54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. You draw Porter. Yeah.
That boy Izzy, I don't think I've seen Izzy win a game.
Go, Mike.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. He's going to fire.
Look at that, Tamari. Come on.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Go.
On third down, Mayfield.
I'll try to throw it away. I ain't try to throw it
He's
away.
taken down. Eric Armstead able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join Charles,
the coach,
Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eric Kendricks came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now it's Watson. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
He's checking. Crash. Hey, 31. Right there, 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, let's get in that hole. Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. All right, T, let's go.
Operating from the gun, Watson. Dancing, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
You've gone plenty of games in your career. Do you believe in momentum?
I do, and I think we're seeing it right here.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. The run that he's been on, how about that? 3 sacks in a game a week ago, and another one right here. Oh, he's feeling it in a big way.
He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Texans with great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Anderson. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Hey.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mayfield. He rifles one that's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he'll bring
I ain't gonna lie, they gave you like, me, bro, I wouldn't have got no pick like that.
Defensively, getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do or, I guess, don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field. And the weapon.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Check my 59. 54. Watch the curl. Switch. 54. Check 59.
Here's Watson. Eluding the and he's going to go down again. Brian Burns in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson forced out to his left. He'll let this go deep for Sutton.
Push the ball, man.
Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
And the Derwin James to catch the ball for real.
The Colts send out their punter. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
He finna go for it? He like picked on the real one. That would happen. That's the real my nigga
goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead. Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation. Or go 4 verticals because why not? Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. This will be taken very short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Hey, it's a nigga, right? This nigga right here. Boom. Here you go, right here. This nigga got 95 speed and 6'5" right here. He is 65, but he is safety. That could be my user right there. I get that nigga right.
Played thus far. To be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game. I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it. Yeah, they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. On first down, Watson flush to his right.
This nigga Derwin James failed.
And his throw is going to be incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
On 2nd down, it's Elliott. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Watson just beating the play.
Look at that boy.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Brian Burns has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive. Now, nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. They start the drive with Anderson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
54, Mike. Go.
From the gun, Mayfield. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
65. Wide. Bravo. Check 31. Hey.
Mayfield from the gun on third down. And he gets it to C.J. Anderson. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Mayfield.
Ooh, that's pretty close.
Looking left side, and he's got him.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, he could have. That was close.
15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
8 feet.
On first down, it's Anderson. And he will
get
force his
him
way
here.
forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very
Hey,
few
man, we
tight
10
ends
yards
coming
for
into
this.
the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Look at me. Zip snap.
Mayfield with it once more.
Oh,
Got
okay.
his man complete over the middle. It's Terry. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Fight.
To throw again on second down. Mayfield. That'll be taken in by Anderson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why we just saw shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Hey, tighten down. There you go. Bang! Now! Ready?
Mayfield down.
Dang, bro, I've been press triangle. I've been press square. I don't think you're going to score if you hit that little thing right there. No, he gone. He is slow.
See parts, and there he goes. And he will bring it back.
That's crazy, bro. I threw it too late, but I feel like, I don't know. Hey, like, you got to know how to throw that.
Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. I'll tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense.
I threw it to the wrong nigga.
A little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense
Should I even catch the ball then?
Back now in Houston. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Leo! Yo, let's go!
Mayfield on first down. Steps away to his left. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Hey, get it!
Mayfield now from the 50. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second. Mayfield to throw it. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's fourth down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
General West. 36, 36. Switch, switch, switch. Hey, echo. Check nine. He's crashing. Go. He's checking.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first downs, keep the sticks moving, right? Keep the clock going, and above all, ball security. Don't turn it over.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Timmy Jernigan, the Florida State man, in on the stop. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
This nigga just Moss Bradley Roby. Moss the fuck out of it. I don't like this. Nah, bro. It's these fucking rules, bro.
Touchdown on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Elliott now to add the extra point. It's good to make it 17-7.
I know, ain't that crazy, bro? This shit ridiculous.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Exactly, bro. And I fucking, well, I ain't lose, though. Don't say I just lost.
It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Damn, it's the whole quarter left. I'm only down 10. I mean,
here for their next drive.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot on the fourth left, though.
Gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
I got you. Shut up, man.
One decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it.
And that's Demarius Thompson. I mean, that's Demarius Thompson weak ass right there.
Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I got you. I got you. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it. Check three, check three, check three.
Mayfield. Buying time to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side.
Oh, my God, bro. So you telling me nigga can't even get there, bro?
Incomplete. Coverage there by the safety, Harrison Smith. Looking to erase a 2-score deficit here in the fourth quarter. Going for some big plays.
Yeah, they certainly were. They just decided one shot, didn't they? Forget trying to move the ball downfield in small little increments. Let's go for the big one.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Houston. A big play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. As they are now just an extra point away from
could have blocked that
making
meme when you
this a 3-point
sleep.
game. Extra point put through by Boswell. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. Remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock.
Oh, shit.
Play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down.
This is caught inside the 15.
That's crazy, bro.
And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown.
Bro, couldn't even still. I'm thinking this nigga finna run the clock out. That's why. I mean, but shit, that's what niggas do, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas just sit there and wait till that nigga get pressed.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
I ain't doing nothing to my connection. But even shut up, man, because it won't make it seem like you just good. But I ain't even. No, I ain't. I'm on my mind. I'm running the same formation.
And for them, a touchdown their last go around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that
It's 5 of them hoes, bro.
When you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before.
I run the same 5 plays.
But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
But that shit crazy, bro. Neiman beat me, man.
To be incomplete.
He still ain't beat me, though, for real.
You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down in.
No, you didn't beat me. It's 4 minutes left.
Very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Hey, Team 6. Team 6.
Wouldn't even shut up before you be leaving the franchise with no players. For real.
He's coming.
Doesn't even you ain't like that, bro. Shut up. He made sure your win was secure before you start talking shit.
Now he'll let it go deep right side. And this is going to wind up in.
No, I ain't secured yet.
The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
I'm coming after you. Right there. Yeah.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Me. Who got the best? I'm 8-1. Yeah, but I'm 8-2 now. That nigga need me to be.
4th down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a 1st. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go. Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on.
Nobody got no time to throw the ball to him, and they ain't
the
gonna
first few
cap.
quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up with...
Oh, no, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Yo, go! Hey, Delta. 54. Not today, you are. Not today. Slam. Check. Crunch. 61, matchbox lights. Yo, Cheetah, go.
They'll run with Boone here. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Job one to pick up the first down is complete. That was a big third down conversion, but they got to watch the clock. It's starting to become their enemy a bit here in a 2-score game.
Which means they have to pick up the pace, right? The tempo has to be upped. And what they do is they tell the quarterback in his helmet,
Hey, but tell me pick up the pace. I'm trying to get there.
We're moving now to 2-minute offensive phase, and everyone on the bench area, they're waving them along too. Let's go, let's go, let's go.
They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Mayfield looks to throw, and that is incomplete. Nelson Aguilar, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
You funny. You know I'm going to do that shit again, man. Come on. We got to be realistic, man.
Mayfield to throw.
Be realistic, man.
Aguilar has it. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I don't even feel comfortable if I ain't got the
touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here we go, here we go. This is 60 outlaw. Hey, Jack. 5.
They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. And they give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
It's our time. 49, check 49, check 49. Go. Ready.
Now Mayfield. And this is caught down for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one
I knew, bro.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And this is going to be taken in by the Colts. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Again, it's Elliott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Thank you.
And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd.
Nigga, the time won't stop.
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Room to run inside.
That's crazy, bro. That's some
and he's
shit.
all the way down to the 6-yard line. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 6-yard line. It's first and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially
That's
salt
probably
this one away.
That's probably the first
this
time
one
Zeke
winds
ran
up
forward
an
with this game, too,
Indianapolis
bro.
victory.
That's the crazy
And they
thing.
were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better, and that got it done in this one.
So for Indianapolis, they continue to put
crazy.
themselves in
That boy
position
had
for a first-round bye as they
100
move
passing
to
yards
8-2. And they'll have
and
another
30
road date next week
or 60.
with
It was
the
one of them,
Detroit
30 or
Lions.
60 fucking
Meanwhile,
rushing
for
yards.
Houston, they suffered just
And
their
put up
second
24
loss
points.
as they drop to 8-2 now on the year. And they'll be on the road next
But
week
you ain't
as they
you
get a
ain't
date
in
with the
lockdown. Even shut
Jaguars
up.
in Jacksonville.
Bruh.
And for Charles Davis and our
You ain't
entire
even get
crew
that
here
pick
at
six,
EA
though. That's the
Sports, I'm
thing.
Brandon Gaudin saying so long,
I
everybody.
did throw it. I did throw it. And let me get you the one who put Sherman on the team, huh? Yeah, he the one who got the pick six. He almost got caught by my damn lineman. Bro, look, if a nigga catch that bitch, bro, in the end zone, like, that pretty much pick six. Yeah, give me a speed, man. Give me a speed. I be shopping for the food and I ain't talking groceries.